Hey guys, my name is Renier. I got first place at Paarl OTS, playing Paarl OTS Championships, playing branded Despia. Went undefeated 5-0. Yeah, so here's my list. Main deck, I played two Fallen of Albaz. You only need two, and if for some reason you want it from the main deck, you've got fusion deployment, you've got some extra deck monsters that summon it out. I mean, you don't really need any more. I would like to play more, but 40 cards, it's a law. Um, three Aluber, obviously because it searches anything you want. One Cartesia. I was playing two, but because there are so many good normal summons, because sometimes you're in a tight spot and you just never want to open a Cartesia in your hand where you feel like you need to normal summon it, so you can just summon it from deck or get it off branded lost if you really need it. We're not playing wombo combo, so you don't need to see this, just a cool tool. One Springans kit. It's to summon off of Sprind, and you can add it off branded lost late game, recycle stuff, and I think it's like the 12th way or something to search branded fusions, so that's cool. You don't ever want to brick really. Yeah, so it's a little late game searcher. One Despian Tragedy, just because it's good for branded in red, and if you already have, well, it's also good to discard for all sorts of reasons. So yeah, you play one. Don't need any more. We're not playing Allure or anything. I am main decking the Aqua Dolphin because I was expecting a lot of trap tricks. That means a lot of structure decks. That means a lot of Ash Blossom in the vicinity. I wasn't going to lose to a card everyone has three of. So I played this, so your three fusion deployment essentially become three Call by the Graves, which sucks in a way because you're not getting Cartesia for fusion deployment, but it's more important to rip Ash and know it's in your opponent's hand than summon Grand Guignol, so like whatever. One Dark Magician because we're playing Dragoon. We'll get to that later. One Mercuria because you can search off branded lost. I thought people might be afraid of cash, so they'd be playing Nib. So if I opened branded fusion and Aluba, I wanted to get branded lost, so I could get Mercuria, so I could play around Nib. Mercuria came up a lot, very good. I used to play two, but that is more if you're going all crazy combo, which we're not doing because I wanted to fit in more staples, because if you see only engine you cannot win. It's really tough to win that way. One Adlib, pretty cool. Saved me from evenly matched. So yeah, recommend playing this. One Albion, draws a card, dumps a card, so it's actually more than an upstart goblin. It's a +1 in a way with your branded retribution. Also, this plus Cartesia gets you branded fusion if you like brick somehow. One Saronier, also for Cartesia lines, and you can search this with the one Lubellion. Don't need any more. Wasn't that impactful really, but you need a guaranteed way to get Albion into your graveyard, so gotta play it. 3 Nib, because Kashtira is a bad matchup, and I mean, if they summon less than 5 times, their board probably isn't that intimidating anyway, so it's not that bad if you don't resolve Nib. I mean, it did like win me a game, like straight up wipe my opponent's board in the final match, which was pretty cool. Pretty strong. I think I'd keep it in main still. 3 Ash Blossom, because I was also afraid of the mirror match. This also just hits everything. I was expecting some rogue. I'll tell you what I played against at the end, I guess. Spells, 3 branded fusion, obviously. 3 branded opening. Because I'm playing a lot of staples and stuff, like I don't want to like choke on having nibs in my hand that don't do anything, or branded opening just ensures that I get search. Gotta get that consistency in. 3 fusion deployment. Main idea is to summon Aqua Dolphin if I'm going first. Lets me know what I'm playing against. Like, I saw one opponent, I saw his hand, I mean he didn't have Ash or anything, but I saw he had double Raigeki, which is good information, so I knew I could end on Dragoon, and then I saw he had no out to Dragoon because I knew what he was playing. So free win, just look at the hand. 3 Super Poly. Hits trap tricks, which I expected a lot of because of the budget nature of this tournament, I'd say. You can make Garura with Sarah and Rafflesia. Was also expecting a few people to play Runic Naturia. So if they have 2 Naturia monsters, you can make Mud Dragon. All of the Runics are great to fuse with half your deck, so that's just synergy for me. Gold Sark banishes Mercuria or Tragedy, can get you to like 5 different cards, which can get you to 10 more different cards, so it searches anything essentially. 1 branded in red, really cool. I always keep it in going second also, because if you pitch like something off branded opening, you can use this to chain, dodge imperms, makes guarding chimera, uses ad lib in the grave, gotta play it. Branded Lost, very strong, very intimidating. Was summoning freaking chaining effects, no one can respond. I mean, you get to search off of it, very strong, they gotta stop it. Foolish Burial normally sends Tragedy, but I mean, if you already have Aluber, I mean, even if you have Branded Red, it's good to send like Adlib. You normal summon your Aluber, they try to do something to it, you chain, fuse something, I don't know man, depends on the situation, but yeah, very versatile, does a lot of things. Call by the Grave, I'm very scared of Ash. Branded Retribution, it's cool to recycle cards. I used the Summon Negation effect once, so it was pretty nice to put monsters back in my extra deck. Expulsion, because until the Blazing Branded King or whatever card comes out, there's no trap that's always live like Branded Expulsion is. So yeah, that's worth playing. Extra deck, Dragoon, best card in the extra deck, hands down. Won me so many games. Would not ever remove this, or I wouldn't say ever, but this format, you gotta play this. The Aqua Dolphin Turbo card, gotta play this one. Sprint, this is just for Contact C, and I guess you could pop Floodgates, but that doesn't really come up. It's also neat because of the Kaiju we're playing in the side deck, so you can fuse that into Sprint and then move it around and pop something with Albaz. Renbrum, didn't summon it once. The only time I dumped it with Mirror Jade to try and use it, the opponent used some effect to banish it from my graveyard, so that didn't even come up, but it's cool, I'd still play it. I played 1 Lubellion because I fear no man. You only need 1. I mean, nothing to worry about. Half the time you have Brand Lost anyway. Well, not half the time, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you only need 1. No one's afraid of Lubellion. I mean, they're not gonna hit this card, I think anyway. Didn't happen. Playing 2 Albion. Gotta play it. 2 is fine. Don't need 3. It'd be nice to play 3 because then you could play recklessly. But I think just keeping in mind what cards you have in your extra deck and how you go about your plays is better than having the option to play recklessly. 2 Mirror Jade, only need 2. I don't think I summoned a second one ever, but it's there in theory for Cash Cherry, you might want a second one. 1 Grand Guineol, really good. Never used I used the Banish effect once. Yeah, summoned Proskenian once with this, but dumping really strong. Really good card. Proskenian, summoned it once, but didn't really do anything. I mean, I was winning that game anyway. 1 Masquerade, pretty neat still for time. Generic fusion target, especially because we're not playing Queritus. You're not using 2 monsters to fuse with the Despia, so this is your option there. 1 Guardian Chimera, obviously draws cards with Branded Lost. It's insane. You draw and you search and you pop cards. It's lots of pressure. Mud Dragon for Kashtera Super Poly target. Sometimes you can actually even make this if you're going for the expulsion play with Albion. You can banish, 2 darks or 2 lights in your grave. Make this so you can have some targeting protection for some reason if you wanted to do that. Garura is pretty good. I summoned it maybe like 4 times. Yeah, and actually I drew the nib off of this when I used this for expulsion because he ashed my branded fusion. And that was pretty strong. And for sides, gotta play the nib token. Don't let them see it though, because they'll know you're playing nib. We had 3 Book of Moon, because Book of Eclipse, pardon, because I wasn't really too afraid of cash. I didn't think it would show up, but if they did, I wanted to have something for it. 3 Evenly Matched, pretty nuts. Didn't draw it, but it was nuts against me. So it would have been nuts if I saw it. That's together. This card overperformed in the side deck. Gamma Seal, always live. I mean, the same reason you play Ash is because it works against everything. This works against everything. You can fear, because if you can use Lava Golem or Sphere Mode, you kind of gonna be mad when you stuck with an Aluburn hand and you need to normal summon it, because I don't know, I'm really about consistency, and this allows me to normal summon Aluburn, and it was really good. Really used it a lot. There was only one instance I wished it was a dark or light, but that didn't end up mattering anyway, so yeah, whatever. 3 Crossouts, really good. I hit Dimensional Barrier with this, I hit Ash with this, very strong. And if you didn't need it, you are probably winning anyway, so don't feel bad if you see this card and you don't activate it. 1 Ra's Disciple. I did not Ra lock anyone because of my matchups, really. 1 Jinzo. I did summon this and it did win me the game. Worth it. And D-Barrier for Crossouts. So yeah, my matchups, I played against 3 Trap Trick players, and then I played against Pure Punk, and the finals was against Punk, Adventurer, Plunder Patrol. And yep, that's about it.